Jesus loves me. Oh, yes, he does. Jesus loves me. Oh, yes, he does. Hey, everybody, come on in. Come on in. So I'm going to be reading out of Ruth tonight. I should have cut my fan off so you guys can see. But yeah, just come on in really quick. Come on in. We're going to have a little Bible study, so there's no need to rush. And I pray that God allows this internet to stay. Great Wi-Fi. I see the green light. God's giving me the green light, so we're going to have a great night. So welcome in. I pray you guys this day has been blessed. I pray that everything that you guys asked for has happened and or is set in motion, because once something is set in motion, God is right there. Good evening, honey. Welcome in. Hi, everybody. I'm going to be reading out of the book of Ruth, and Ruth is a little tiny book in the Bible. It's 4 chapters. It's very easy to read. Thank you. It's so easy to read. It's very plain, not a lot of verbiage, just straight to the point, but it's so much in here and so jam-packed. Hi, everybody. You guys join on in. I'm going to give you guys a couple minutes to join on in. And as I speak over your day, and we're not going to worry about tomorrow, because tomorrow is tomorrow, and God already has it preordained, and he has it planned out. He has the miracles waiting on us tomorrow. He has the favor waiting on us tomorrow. He has everything that we need tomorrow.
Just to take my password.
And then go to bed. Tomorrow is going to worry about itself. Tomorrow is going to worry about itself. So don't even worry about tomorrow. We're going to focus on the now. And the now is the substance that we're going to read. And thank you. A lady gave it to me. I love it. I couldn't fit the pants. I had to cut them. But it's still cute. So thank you. Listen. So I was at work, and I had no plans on going live, but I was sitting at my desk, and I heard God say, Ruth. So I was like, I got my Bible. Let me pull it out. And as soon as I got there were some key words that stuck out, and I was like, I got to share this. I can't sit on this word that God gave me. And so my key words, I scribbled it down while I was at work, right? But then I came and did my homework before I came on here. But if you guys are just joining in, we're going to be reading out of the book of Ruth. It's just a little conversation that I'm going to have with you guys. That way we can feel great when we leave Ruth, right? So, Spirit of the living God, fall fresh on us. Bless over everyone that is joining now, will join later, and will touch the video after I post it. Father God, I just ask that you just go before us, stand beside us, and behind us, wherever we go, God. May our house be blessed. May we call you blessed. When people see us, may they call us blessed, because we are with you, God. Spirit of the living God, just be here in this room and let some people's lives never be the same again. No, let everyone's lives never be the same again, Father God. Fall fresh on us. Let us feel you. Let us feel your presence. Let us feel your anointing. Let us feel your power. Let us feel your favor. Let tonight be one of the best nights of our lives, Father God. Fill us up. So as I read this word, God, be with me. Help me be slow, because I have a stuttering problem, but it is healed. And let me be able to reach everyone in the capacity that they will understand. Those who will come now, in the middle, and later. So, you're welcome here, God. You're welcome here. Spirit of the living God, you're welcome here in this room. Where 2 or more gather together, you are in the midst, and we're going to have way more than 2. And if I can just reach one person and help their lives, Father God, let it be so. And it is so. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay. Hey, everybody. Okay. Let me see. Okay. And so, you guys, I need you to do one task for me tonight. The one task is to not pay attention to the comments, because the devil will peek his head in. But I need you to focus on my voice and God. That's what I need you guys to do. Don't pay attention to the devil. Pay attention, and this is where your focus is going to come in. And as a matter of fact, one of the words that God gave me was focus. So I scribbled some words out, and it's a lot here. But the second word God gave me was focus. So God told me, Redeemer, focus, obedience, and trust. And then he said Ruth. So tonight I need you to have focus. And while he did that, he actually gave me an assignment to do before I start. So, what is a redeemer, right? 1 second. I'm trying to do something really quick, you guys. My phone is acting a little crazy, so y'all bear with me. Okay. So, what is a redeemer? So, what does redeem mean? To compensate for the faults or bad aspects of something. Gain or regain possession of something in exchange for a payment. To free from the captivity by payment of ransom. To eradicate from or help to overcome something detrimental. To release from blame, debt, or to clear, free from consequences of sin. And focus. The center of interest of activity, the state or quality of having or producing clear vision, adapt to the prevailing level of light and become able to see clearly or pay particular attention. And trust is a firm belief in reliability, truth, ability, or strength of someone or something. Another word he threw at me right when I was getting up and almost done from working was mogul. And I was like, what does mogul have to do with Ruth? And then he said, mogul is an important or powerful person, especially in the motion picture or media industry. So I was like, God, okay, where are you going? Where are we going with this? Because it doesn't really seem like it would be Ruth. But let me read to you Ruth, and then I'm going to give you everything that he told me. And I wrote it all down because I'm like, I'm not missing this for nothing. Okay, so I'm going to start in Ruth 1, and then I'm going to I guess I'm going to start in 4. 1 verse 4. These took Moabites' wives. The name of one was Orpah, and the name of the other Ruth. They lived there about 10 years, and both Mahlon and I can't say her other son's name died. So the woman, and then you know what? Let me start back in the beginning. I'm going to go start at 1. In the days when the judges ruled, there was a famine in the land, and a man of Bethlehem in Judah went to sojourn in the country of Moab. He and his wife and his 2 sons, the name of one was Elclamish, and the name of the wife was Naomi. And the names of the 2 sons were Mahlon and Shidlon. I can't say his name. They were Ephraimites from Bethlehem in Judea. Go to bed. Sorry. They went into the country of Moab, and they remained there. But Elclamish, the husband of Naomi, died, and she was left with her 2 sons. These took Moabite wives, and the name of one was Orpah, and the name of the other was Ruth. They lived there about 10 years, and then the 2 sons died. So that the woman was left without her 2 sons and her husband. So Naomi was the wife of Elclamish. They had 2 sons, and the 2 sons took 2 wives that were not Christian. They were Moabite women, and Moabites had their own god. Naomi and her husband and her sons all believed in God, but the Moabite wives they took did not believe in God. So Naomi's husband died, and then the 2 sons of hers died. So now she's a widow, and then she's a grieving mother because she lost her 2 sons. But now she not only lost her 2 sons, she is about to get ready to part ways with her 2 daughters-in-laws because she can't take care of them. They can't take care of her. Women were nothing without having men to take care of them back in the day. They didn't have really too much value, right? So here we go in verse 6. Then she arose with her 2 daughters-in-law to return to the country of Moab. for she had heard in the fields of Moab that the Lord had visited his people and had given them food. So she sent out from the place where she was with her two daughters-in-laws, and they went on the way to return to the land of Judea. But Naomi said to her two daughter-in-laws, "Go, return, each of you to your mother's house. May the Lord deal kindly with you as you have dealt kindly with me. And the Lord grant that you may find rest, each of you in the house of her husband." Then she kissed them, and they lifted their voices and wept. And they said to her, "No, we will return with you to your people." But Naomi said, "Turn back, my daughters. Why will you go with me? Have I yet sons in my womb, that they may become your husbands? Turn back, my daughters. Go your way, for I am too old to have a husband. If I should say that I have hope even if I should have a husband this night and should bear sons, would you therefore wait till they're grown? Would you therefore refrain from marrying? No, my daughters, for it is exceedingly bitter for me to sake that hand that the Lord has gone out against me." Then they lifted up their voices and wept again. And Orpah kissed her mother-in-law, but Ruth clung to her. So I'm going to go over this really quick because that was a lot. So Naomi has letting them know, like, hey, I can't take you guys with me. I don't have sons for you to marry. And even if I was to produce another son by being married, I can't promise you that you can wait for him. And I wouldn't ask you to wait for me to carry another son and wait 18 years for my son to come of age. Or it might have been 15 back then. I don't know. But wait for my son to come of age for you guys to marry. You guys are going to be old in your life. You can't put your life on hold for me, right? So Naomi was like, I need you guys to go away. But if you pay attention to what she said, she actually spoke life over them. And I don't think they really caught it. Maybe Naomi and maybe Ruth caught it, but let's go back to verse 9. The Lord grant that you may find rest, each of you in the house of her husband. As she was telling them to go, she was actually speaking something over them. They weren't married. They just buried their husband. She just buried her husband. So what husband is she talking about? See, people have a way of blessing you and you don't even know it. When God spoke to me, he asked me to read this one over and over, and it sat with me because I've read this a lot, right? And it just hit me that she said, the Lord grant that you may find rest, each of you in the house of her husband. It was already preordained, and she just really spoke it into existence. She spoke life over them, not just life. She spoke wisdom, and then she spoke a blessing over them as well. It's crazy that she would say, my sons are died, but I speak a husband over you. That's crazy. She's still grieving. They're still grieving. What husband are you talking about? But God has a way of giving you a glimpse into your future, a glimpse into the unknown. And if you pay attention, you can catch it. She was speaking something over them. Ruth clung. Let's see. Right here where it gave the options. It says, they lifted up their voices and wept again. And Orpah kissed her mother-in-law. But Ruth clung to Naomi. And when I read the word clung, immediately I thought about Jacob. When Jacob got his name changed to Israel, as he was wrestling with the angel who says God, he was wrestling with him in the desert, and he held on tight to him, and he said, I will not let you go until you bless me. Clung. Let's give the definition. To hold tightly, to adhere, stick firmly or closely, to be hard to part from or remove from, to remain very close to. Ruth clung to Naomi. She was like, I don't know where you going, but wherever you go, you are a woman of God. So you ain't gonna make no mistakes. I'm gonna hold on tight. No, I'm going to cling on tight to you. Wherever you go, I'm gonna go. Because wherever you go, the blessings are gonna follow. And you're not gonna leave me here. I don't want to go back to the Moabite life. That's why I left the Moabite religion in the first place. I chose to have a Christian husband. I chose to leave my religion to come over here in the first place. I don't want to go back there. So wherever you going, anywhere gotta be better than here. And I'm not finna miss my blessing playing around. So she clung to her. And it just reminded me of Jacob before his name was Israel. And he was saying, I will not let you go until you bless me. Mind you, before Ruth clung to her, Naomi had spoke a husband over her life. Before Ruth was a wife again. Naomi had already spoke this. I wonder, and this is just me speaking, I wonder if Ruth was like, hold up, this woman just said husband, so it got to be something that she know that I don't know. She must hear something that I didn't hear. Or for you could go your way, but I'm not going to let this woman go. I'm not finna let her go. She must know something. But catch this. The word, when you come back to verse 6. Then she arose with her daughter-in-laws to return to the country of Moab, for she had heard in the fields of Moab that the Lord had visited his people and given them food. Mind you, they were in a famine. They were in a famine. But Naomi had heard. And when God gave me the word heard, I froze when he said heard, right? And he said word of mouth. And then he said your name. Because how do things get around so quickly? From hearing. And faith comes by hearing, and hearing what? The word of God. But word gets around quickly. How do you hear about that girl over there or that dude over there? Word of mouth. Listen, Naomi had heard that God was over there with some food. They were in a famine, but she got a word that God had visited his people. Mind you, it said his people. And where they're from her hometown, where God visited his people. Say, Naomi was like, hold up, we over here struggling, but my God visited his people, and I'm from there, so I'm a part of his chosen people. So let me go back to my land where I come from, because my Lord has visited my home. And since he's visited my home, I wasn't there, but God, I'm on my way. God, I was out of town, but I'm on my way back. And y'all can stay here if y'all want to stay here, but I'm on my way back. I'm not going to let you go until you bless me either. As a matter of fact, y'all can stay here. Let me give y'all a kiss. God told me y'all husbands are coming, but I got to go over here because the famine has ended over here. God has came and visited his people. I was not home, but let me go back because there's hope there. God visited and he left food there. He left hope there. He left his presence there. He left faith there. He left favor there. So let me go back to my hometown. No, I ain't really got too much of nothing, but I got enough faith to know that if I get there, God will provide. And that's what God gave me in that little bit of verses. So we're gonna keep going for a second, right? So, and she said, see, your sister-in-law has gone back to her people and to her gods. Return after your sister-in-law. But Ruth said, do not urge me to leave you or to return from following you. For where you go, I will go, and where you lodge, I will lodge. Your people shall be my people, and your God, my God. Where you die, I will die, and there will I be buried. May the Lord do so to me, and more also, if anything but death parts me from you. And when Naomi saw that she was determined to go with her, she said, no more. Listen, get the weight of that. Get the weight of what she just said, because I think we just skimmed by that. Listen, Naomi tried to use Orpah as an example to Ruth. As like, look, she's going back to her home. She's going back to her gods. Why are you here? And it's almost, as I sit here and I read it, it's almost like she was having a negotiation with God. Like, are you really ready? Are you really ready for this next destination? Are you really ready for this blessing I'm about to give you? Okay, if you're not ready, then you can go back with her. But if you're really ready, tell me you're ready. Tell me you're ready. Tell me how much you're ready. because God is ready for you. But it's going to be two options: to go back to where you came from, or to go forward into the unknown. And the unknown isn't really unknown, because Ruth had a tour guide named Naomi. Naomi had already lived this life before. As a matter of fact, Naomi had got wind of the blessings that was in the land. So Ruth can go back to the old, which she knows was back there, or she can go into the unknown with somebody that has wisdom and substance. Naomi wasn't just going back home just to go back home and starve and die, even though some people make it out to be that. God had visited her land. She knew that favor was there, and she knew that the favor was going to find her when she got back there. She wasn't going just to die. She knew that God visited there. She got a word. It said that she heard that God visited there. So these are the options with Ruth. She can go back, or she can go forward. The familiar spirits are in the back, or you can go into the unknown and walk into your blessings. What are you going to do? God says you have options. I give you free will. What are you going to do with that free will? Naomi was like, I'm going. I heard it. I'm going to leave y'all here because I'm not going to leave God, because I know he over there. I'm not going to die. God has sustained me, and he's going to always sustain me. I know who my God is, and I stand firmly on it. So I'm going to go about my way. Y'all can go back. I love y'all. God is going to repay y'all kindly. Blessings are going to be for y'all. Y'all going to have husbands, all of this good stuff. And Ruth was like, I hear you, but I don't hear you. I'm not on that. I'm not going back. So don't ask me. Where you go, I'm going to go. Whatever God you believe in, I'm going to believe in. Wherever you die, I die. Wherever you lay, I lay. She said wherever you lie, that means stay. Wherever you stay, I'm going to stay. Whatever you do, I'm going to do. I'm not going to let you go until you bless me. And that's all I hear. All I keep hearing is Jacob in the desert wrestling with God. That's all I keep hearing. I'm not going to let you go until you bless me. Ruth was like, I hear everything that you're saying. I hear you. I hear you very well. But don't ask me to let you go again. Don't ask me to let you go by yourself again, because I'm not going nowhere. You can do all what you're going to do, but I know blessing is on the table, and I'm not in the business of letting my blessing slip away from me. I heard you say that we're going to get blessed, and I heard you say that some husbands are there, and I'm wise enough to know that faith is the size of a mustard seed, and I got just enough faith to know that if I follow you into the unknown, my blessing is on the horizon. Come on now. Let's get it. 19. So the two of them went on until they came into Bethlehem. And when they came into the land of Bethlehem, the whole town was stirred because of them. And the women said, Is that Naomi? She said to them, Do not call me Naomi. Call me Mara. For the Almighty has dealt very bitterly with me. I went away full, and the Lord has brought me back empty. Why call me Naomi when the Lord has testified against me, and the Almighty has brought calamity upon me? So Naomi returned, and Ruth the Moabite, her daughter-in-law, with her, who returned from the country of Moab, and they came into Bethlehem at the beginning of the harvest. Naomi is defeated. She's like, don't even call me Naomi. I lost my husband. I lost my two sons. I lost my daughter-in-law. I'm here with my other daughter-in-law. I don't got nothing to give her. I don't have another son to give her. I don't got no money to give her. We have this old house I had before we left out. We coming from a famine. We got the strength that we have, because God says, go in the strength that you have. Whew. Okay, God, hold on, God. Go in the strength that you have. Gideon. Understand this. They went back defeated. She says, I have nothing on me. I have calamity attached to my name. I have nothing on me. Why are you calling me Naomi? Call me Myrrh. I ain't got nothing. I just got me. I got my daughter-in-law I can't provide for. I don't even know what we're going to do tomorrow. But I'm wise enough to know that tomorrow's problems are going to have tomorrow's problems. We just want to go rest. I know y'all going to talk about me. Do what you may. We're going to go in our house. We're going to tuck our heads. We're going to stay under the radar. Y'all leave us alone. Go about your business, because we're about our own business. So she was defeated. Here we go. Chapter 2. Now Naomi had a relative of her husband's, a worthy man of the clan of Elchamish, whose name was Boaz. And Ruth the Moabite said to Naomi, Let me go to the field and glean among the ears of grain after after him in whose sight I shall find favor. And she said to her, Go, my daughter. So she set out and went and gleaned in the field after the reapers. And she happened to come to the part of the field belonging to Boaz, who was of the clan of Elchamish. And behold, Boaz came from Bethlehem, and said to the reapers, The Lord be with you. And they answered, The Lord bless you. Then Boaz said to his young man who was in charge of the reapers, Whose young woman is this? And the servant who was in charge of the reapers answered, She is a young Moabite woman who came back with Naomi from the country of Moab. She said, Please let me glean and gather among the sheaves after the reapers. So she came, and she has continued from early this morning until now, except for a short rest. Then Boaz said to Ruth, Now listen, my daughter, do not go and glean in another field or leave this one, but keep close to the young women. Let your eyes be on the field that they are reaping, and go after them. Have I not charged the young men not to touch you? And when you are thirsty, go to the vessels and drink what the young men have drawn. Then she fell on her face, bowing to the ground, and said to him, Why have I found favor in your eyes, that you should take notice of me, since I am a foreigner? But Boaz answered her, All that you have done for your mother-in-law since the death of her husband has fully been told to me, and how you left your father and mother, and now you are in native land, and came to a people that you did not know before. The Lord will repay you for what you have done, and a full reward will be given you by the Lord, the God of Israel, under whose wings you have came to take refuge. Then she said, I have found favor in your eyes, my Lord, for you have comforted me and spoken kindly to your servant, though I am not of your servants. Listen, that was a lie. But I got to go back to the beginning, because Boaz, as we know the story of Boaz and Ruth, she had spoken her own favor over her that morning. Little did she know. Because where did it go? Right here. She said, The Lord bless you. Who's young? Okay, got to go back to the beginning. Let me go out to the field and glean amongst the ears of grain after him in whose sight I shall find favor. Not if. She said, I shall find favor. Before she went to the field, Ruth had a conversation with Naomi. And in her conversation with Naomi, she said, Let me go to the field, let me glean, for I shall find favor. Not I might, but she said, I shall, and it shall be done. She went out with the full confidence of God in her. She was like, You're too old. I got this. We got to eat. I'm just trying to get a little bit of grain so we can make us some bread and we can sleep and eat good tonight. She didn't ask for a lot. She was humble, she was meek, she was kind, and she was loving, trying to make sure that she's able to provide for not only herself, but for her mother-in-law as well. As she's out here gleaming in the fields, getting the scraps, she didn't want a lot, she wanted a little bit. She wasn't going in anticipation of having a big harvest. She just wanted the leftovers, the stuff that nobody else wanted. She just wanted a little bit of grain to beat down, break down, make some flour, get some yeast, and make her a little bread and go about her day. She was trying to be under the radar, not trying to be noticed, quiet. She went out there, she grabbed a little bag, she went out early that morning, took one rest, so the man said. She took one rest and she went back to it. Boaz came out and he saw her out there and he was like, Who is this woman? She's only getting the scraps. Like, who is she? And then they went to telling him everything that she's done. Like, she left her hometown. She left her mother. She left her father. Her husband died. She's over here with Naomi. She's out here in the field. She's trying to be quiet. Everybody don't like her. She don't care. She's minding her business. She got her head down. She's trying to get her some food. She ain't causing no ruckus. She ain't even getting no water. She minded her complete business. And he's like, He went over there to her on his little horse, spoke to her. Don't go anywhere else. He already gave her favor. Don't glean anywhere else. Meaning, don't go ask nobody else for nothing. You got free access to the water. You got free access to the field. Whatever you need to get. Whatever you need to eat. Whatever you need to do. Thank you for everything that you've done for Naomi. I've heard about it. God is going to repay you. You found full favor with me. And since you found favor with me, everybody out here don't say nothing to her. Let her do what she needs to do. Let her eat in peace. Let her glean in peace. Let her drink in peace. Leave her be. Right? Here we go. And at mealtime, Boaz said to her, come here and eat some bread and dip a morsel in wine. So she sat beside the reapers, and he passed to her roasted grain, and she ate until she was satisfied, and she had some left over. And when she rose to glean, Boaz instructed his young men, saying, let her glean even among the sheaves, and do not reproach her. And also pull out some from the bundles for her, and leave it for her to glean. Do not rebuke her. So she gleaned in the fields until evening. Then she beat out what she had gleaned, and it was about an ephah of barley. And she took it up and went into the city. Her mother-in-law saw what she had gleaned. She also brought out and gave her the food that she had left over after being satisfied. And her mother-in-law said to her, where did you glean today? And where have you worked? Blessed be the man who took notice of you. So she told her mother-in-law with whom she had worked with, and said, the man's name with whom I work with today is Boaz. And Naomi said to her daughter-in-law, may he be blessed by the Lord, whose kindness has not been forsaken in the living or in the dead. Naomi said to her, the man is a close relative to ours, and one of our redeemers. There go that word, one of our redeemers. And Ruth the Moabite said, besides, he said to me, you shall keep close by the young men until they have finished all my harvest. And Naomi said to Ruth, daughter-in-law, it is good, my daughter, that you go out in the field with his young women, lest in another field you may be assaulted. So she kept close to the young men of Boaz, gleaming until the end of barley and the wheat harvest, and she lived with her mother-in-law. Listen, that was a lot, but again, let's get this. Boaz, this is how a man is, and this reminds me of the story of my stepdaddy, because a man knows that he's a man. A man is a provider, a protector. He's all of these things, right? Boaz came in providing for her. One thing that Boaz said is, let her glean. On top of letting her glean, don't touch her. She can have whatever she wants. She can have the water. She can have the food. As she's gleaming, I need you to go ahead of her and take some extra wheat out of the bundles that you guys have and put it on the ground for her as if she's getting it herself. So she was doing all of the work, not knowing that he had already provided it for her. He had already told them, take some out and put little trails for her. So she'll think that she's actually gleaming something that she isn't gleaming. I'm providing for her. And after she got done gleaming, he said, come sit at the table with me. So all of these people that were out there in the field working their behind off, and they really didn't get that many breaks like they would, she got to go and sit at a table and eat not only just food, but dipping her food in wine, eating and dining with the owner of the field. He was providing for her and setting her apart from others. And he said, don't glean anywhere else. I got you. I got you. I'm going to protect you from everybody. And he gave word to any attacker that could have been out there. This is mine. This is my field. I dare anybody to run up. This is going to be my woman. I dare anybody to touch her. I'm going to provide for her. She doesn't even know it. But I got my eye on her since the first time I saw her. See, when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. But a man has to find her. He stumbled upon her, took interest in her, provided for her, let her eat in the presence of her enemies because they didn't like her and they talked about her. She's eating in the presence of her enemies. Good food, with wine, chilling. And after that, he made a way for her. As she went back to the field, he had a mock station set up for her. Food already provided. And after she got done eating at that table, she was able to take the rest of her food, because you're able to take all your stuff with you, to her mother-in-law, and they were able to eat. Then, get this, she found out that the man who actually was over the field was a redeemer. And what did we say a redeemer was? Let's check our notes. A redeemer, here we go, God. A redeemer equals to compensate for the faults of bad aspects of something, to gain or regain possession of something in exchange for payment, to free from capacity by payment of ransom, or to eradicate from or help to overcome something detrimental. Something detrimental had just happened. They lost something. They had great calamity. So Naomi said in her own words. They lost their husbands. Naomi lost hers. On top of Naomi leaves her 2 sons. And Ruth lost a husband. Something detrimental has happened in their lives. And guess what Boaz is? A redeemer. And back then, a redeemer is someone that can stay claim to the next. There's like the next in line. If no one is ahead of him, he can redeem her, which is give her honor and glory back by becoming her husband. And becoming her husband, she would inherit everything that he has. Let's keep going. This is, I don't know which Bible this one is. You know what? It's crazy. This isn't even my normal Bible I would read out of. I didn't even pay attention to this one. This is the English Standard Version. Well, where, Lord, is my other Bible? Okay, anywho, I'll get back to that. I didn't even notice I was reading out a different one. Okay, so anywho, let's keep going. Chapter 3. It's only 4 chapters, y'all. I'm trying to speed this up for y'all. So, chapter 3. Then Naomi, her mother-in-law, said to her, "My daughter, should I not seek rest for you, that I shall that it may be well with you? Is not Boaz our relative, with whose young women you were? See, he is winnowing barley tonight at the threshing floor. Wash therefore and anoint yourself, and put on your cloak, and go down to the threshing floor. Do not make yourself known to the man until he has finished eating and drinking. But when he lies down, observe the place where he lies. Then go and uncover his feet and lie down, and he will tell you what to do." She replied, "All that you say I will do." So she went down to the threshing floor and did just as her mother-in-law had commanded her. And when Boaz had eaten and drunk, and his heart was merry, he went to lie down at the end of the heap of grain. Then she came softly and uncovered his feet and lay down. At the midnight, the man was startled and turned over, and behold, a woman lay at his feet. He said, "Who are you?" And she answered, "I am Ruth, your servant. Spread your wings over your servant, for you are a redeemer." Come on. "For you are a redeemer." And he said, "May you be blessed by the Lord, my daughter. You have made this last kindness greater than the first, in that you have not gone after young men, whether rich or poor. And now, my daughter, do not fear. I will do for you all that you ask, for my fellow townsmen know that you are a worthy woman." Come on. "And now it is true that I am a redeemer." Come on, God. "Yet there is a redeemer nearer than I. Remain tonight, and in the morning, if he redeem you, good, let him do it. But if he's not willing to redeem you, then as the Lord lives, I will redeem you. Lie down until morning." Hold on. Gotta come off of this. This gotta get off me. Listen to this. There was a party that they did. I can't even talk with my eyes open, y'all. There was a party. The men got drunk and merry. They ate till they couldn't eat no more. They drank till they couldn't drink no more. Naomi gave Ruth specific instructions. After he gets drunk and had his fill, sneak out there when nobody's looking, lay at his feet, uncover it, take the cover off, lay at his feet, Don't touch him. Just lay at his feet. And he will tell you what to do next. She said, all that you say, I will do. All that you say, I will do. When you walk with the wise, your ears are inclined to hear wisdom. Ruth had obedience. She trusted. She had faith. And she was wise. And she had an ear to be inclined to hear wisdom. Come on, God. Come on. All that you say, I would do. You have, yesterday's word. You better lose yourself in the music, the moment. You own it. You better never let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow, because opportunities come once in a lifetime. Understand this. Ruth had a window of time. She had an opportunity. She had a little window of time. One moment in time. It was harvest season. They went to go celebrate the good harvest that they just had. The men got drunk and was merry. Naomi understood the assignment. She gave the assignment to Ruth. Ruth said, got it, good. I understand the assignment. Everything you say, I'm going to do. Everything you say, I'm going to do. I have just enough faith to know that you're not going to lead me wrong. Everything you told me about the field, I did. Everything you told me about Boaz, I'm going to do. Everything you say, here comes the Eminem song again. God, this is why you brought this to me yesterday, and it's all making sense. I got to sing it again. Y'all better come on. Y'all better come on. You better lose yourself in the music. The moment you own it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow, because opportunities come once in a lifetime. He was a redeemer. He was a redeemer. And he said, all that you say, I'm going to do for you. Everything that you say, I'm going to do for you. But wait, I am a redeemer. But there is one before me. There was another cousin who was older than Boaz, who had first stakes on him. On Naomi, on Ruth. And he said, he is a redeemer as well. If he redeems you, do as he says. But if he misses his opportunity, if he misses his moment, I then am going to take my time. I'm going to shoot my shot, and I'm going to nail it. I'm going to shoot my shot, and I'm going to redeem you, because I know that you are a worthy woman. Understand this. He had been providing for her before he was her husband. He had been protecting her before he was her husband. And now he's going to redeem her before he's her husband. And he says, lay down. You could go and dream your dreams, because all your dreams are about to come true. All your dreams are about to come true. Understand this. Dream your biggest dream, baby, because I understand the assignment. I understand the assignment. And yes, I am a redeemer. And let the redeemer say so. And I say so. What's up? Whew. Come on, God. Come on. Let me get in here. Y'all have come out my little scarf thing. I don't even know what it's called. A shawl thingy. It's out. Let me get up in here. Let me get up in here. He said, lie down into the morning. So, okay, let me get it together. My goofy self. So she lay at his feet until morning, but arose before one could recognize another. And he said, let it not be known that the other woman came to the threshing floor. And he said, bring the garment you are wearing and hold it out. So she held it, and he measured it out, 6 barleys. He measured out 6 barleys and put it on her. Then she went into the city. And when she came to her mother-in-law, she said, how did you fare, my daughter? Then she told her all that the man had done for her, saying, these 6 measures of barley he gave to me. For he said to me, you must not go back empty-handed to your mother-in-law. She replied, wait, daughter, until you learn how the matters turn out. For the man will not rest, but will settle the matter today. Hold on. Okay, calm down. He told her, you could have chose anybody. You could have chose somebody younger. You're worthy. You're beautiful. You're everything that a man could ever ask, think, or imagine. He saw her beauty from afar. He saw her beauty when she was in the field. He saw all of that. He said, you could have chose somebody rich. You could have chose somebody poor. You're gorgeous. You're worthy. And I can't, as your future husband, I can't, as your redeemer, let you go back empty-handed. I can't let you go like this. I can't. Listen. I can't allow you to go away empty-handed. And I can't allow you to go back to your mother-in-law and just tell her that I told you I was a redeemer. Because not only am I a redeemer, I am a provider. I am a protector. And I am going to redeem you and be your husband. Hold out your clothes. Let me pour in some more blessings. Because this is the first that's going to come. This is the first of many blessings that's going to come because you're assigned to me. You're going to be my wife. And because you're going to be my wife, I'm going to provide for you anything that you want. Dreams do come true. Oh, dear child, the Cinderella story is going to be your story. Your husband is going to love you. Your husband is going to provide for you. He says, hold out your arms. Let me fill you up. What, baby?
I can't go to sleep. I stay up for a couple minutes.
Not on the phone.
I'm not going to be on the phone. My phone's right there.
Okay, baby. He says, hold out your arms. I'm going to pour out blessings to you. I'm going to pour out so many blessings for you. And I need you to go back to your mother-in-law and show her the kind of man that you're about to walk into, the kind of blessings that you're about to walk into, the kind of husband that you're going to walk into. I am going to be a provider. I'm going to love you. You're worthy. He came in with good affirmations. He spoke to her who she was. Right now, they're feeling defeated. Right now, they're feeling broke. They're feeling busted. They're feeling like calamity. They don't even want to have their name. Naomi said, don't even call me that. They don't even feel worthy. But your husband is going to look past all of that. And he's going to say, ooh, look at my child. Look at my wife. She's beautiful. She's worthy. Yeah, she lost some things, but she's worthy. Yeah, she's been through some things, but she's worthy. I'm going to take joy in blessing her. I'm going to take joy in loving her. I'm going to take joy in providing for her. I'm going to take joy in this. Nobody touch her in this field. Nobody touch her. Whatever she asks for, give her. Whatever she wants, give her. Whatever. You can have whatever you like. Yeah, T.I. You can have whatever you like. Come on, your husband says you can have whatever you like. I'm a redeemer. I'm your husband. I'm going to provide for you. I'm the head of this household. I'm going to lead you to success. I'm going to lead you in the right direction. Follow me. You can have whatever you like. Come on. Come on. We're about to enter the last chapter, y'all. Ride with me on this. Come on. So here we go. Here we go. Now Boaz had gone up into the gate and sat down there. And behold, the Redeemer of whom Boaz had spoken had came by. That was the first cousin that was ahead of Boaz. So he had came, right? So Boaz said, turn aside, friend, sit down here. And he turned aside and sat down. And he took 10 men of the elders of the city and said, sit down here. So they sat down. Then he said to the Redeemer, Naomi, who has come back from the country of Moab, is selling the parcel of land that belonged to the relative of Elkamish. So I thought that I would tell you today that and say, buy it in the presence of those sitting here and in the presence of the elders of my people. If you redeem it, redeem it. But if you will not, tell me that I may know, for there is no one besides you to redeem it. And after you, and I come after you. And he said, I will redeem it. Then Boaz said, the day you buy the field from Naomi, from the hand of Naomi, you also acquire Ruth the Moabite, the widow of the dead, in order to perpetrate in the name of I'm saying that wrong. I'm sorry, the name of the dead in his inheritance. Then the Redeemer said, I cannot redeem it for myself, lest I impair my own inheritance. Take my right of redemption for yourself, for I cannot redeem it. So what's happening now is Naomi, and this is where Naomi is smart. This is a very smart woman. Very smart, very wise. I'm going to say this. And Boaz is even smarter. So Naomi said, I'm going to sell the land. I can't afford it. I don't have any money. We need some money. But in order for me to sell this land, you got to take my daughter-in-law. The first redeemer, which was the first cousin, said, I can't. Boaz knew that he wasn't going to be able to do it. And that's why Boaz said, we go down here in the morning. We go settle this. Boaz was very smart. He said, I want you to have all these witnesses so you won't say that you didn't have opportunity to buy the land. It's your right. If you want it, come get it. Come get it. You want it. And it made me think of, I'm getting off topic. It made me think of all the men that came before your husband. All the men who didn't see your worth, who trampled over your heart, who played with your heart, who told you were nothing, that you were never going to be nothing without them. All the men who didn't see your value, all the men who lied, schemed, and connived, all the men who broke your heart, stomped on it, split it in half, all the men who used and abused you, all the men that just used your body up like it was garbage, all the men that had you on the sideline like you was nothing, all the men that played with you, all of them, they had the opportune moment. They had the opportune moment to redeem you and to make you their wife, yet and still they played with your heart. But there's going to be a man, my God. Come on, Holy Spirit. There is going to be a man that's going to say, you had your chance, Playboy. You had your chance. What did you do with your chance? You played with it. You played with it. You didn't understand the assignment. You treated her like she was nothing. You toyed with her like she was a toy. But since you treated her like an option, I'm going to show you how to treat her like she is a real woman, a woman of value, a woman of royalty, a woman of high demand, of high value. I'm going to show you how to make a woman feel like she's a woman and let you know that when you build a woman up, baby, she ain't nothing to be played with. She going to love you like you ain't never been loved before. Because all we really want is to be known that we're worthy. And he says, I'm going to redeem her. I'm going to put her on this pedestal. I'm going to provide her everything that she's asking for. I'm going to sit around and I'm going to protect her to the ends of earth. I'm going to lay my life on the line for her. I'm going to do everything that you could not. So to everyone who never loved you and never valued you and played with you like you was an option, tell them thank you. Tell them thank you. Because God says a redeemer is coming. And he's going to love you like no other love in this lifetime. All these men that don't want to be committed to you. All these men that don't want to be worthy. You've been dating all these men for 11, 12 years, 6, 7 years, 2, 3 years. All these men that don't even want to put a promise ring on it. All these men that don't want to say you worth it. That one man that God has for you is about to show you that you are the glory. That you are the apple of his eye, and he's been praying for you. All them other men that's been playing with you, baby, they're about to see you shine. You are going to be that wife that you so desperately want. You are going to get that life that you so desperately want. God is about to show you it had to end for a reason. It had to end because the beginning needs an end. And it can't begin until it ends. Meaning, you got to close out those chapters in order to get to the next. See, Boaz had to make sure he severed all ties to that first person who said that they had rights to you. So that divorce had to happen. That relationship ending had to happen. That narcissistic relationship had to end in order for it to happen. It all had to end in order for your Redeemer to come in and show you a beautiful life. Endings means a new beginning. Let me keep going. Hold up, because we about to hit the end. We about to hit the end real quick. I don't even know where I was. He said, I cannot redeem it. Now, this was the custom in the former times in Israel concerning redeeming and exchanging. To confirm a transaction, the one drew off his sandal and gave it to another. And this was the manner of attesting it in Israel. So when the Redeemer said to Boaz, buy it for yourself, he drew off his sandal. Then Boaz said to the elders of all the people, "You are witness this day that I have brought from the land of Naomi all that belongs to Elchamish and all that belongs to Chiron and Mahlon." That's the two dead brothers. Also Ruth the Moabite, the widow of Mahlon, I have brought to be my wife, to perpetuate the name of the dead in his inheritance, that the name of the dead may not be cut off from among the brothers, and from the gate of his native place. You are witness this day that all the people who were at the gate of the elders said, "We are a witness. May the Lord make the woman who is coming into your house like Rachel and Leah together build up the house of Israel. May you act worthily in Ephraim and be renowned in Bethlehem. And may your house be like the house of Perez, whom Tamar bore in Judah, because of the offspring the Lord who gave you by this young woman." Hold on. So it was a custom that in order to sell the land, Joseph, go.
I turned Skylight off a little bit. So.
Joe, go to bed. You sleepy. Listen, it was a custom in the old days to sell a land. You take off your sandal. As a matter of fact, I got a sandal. To take off your sandal and to hand it to somebody else. And this is you giving over your rights. And he says, listen, I got y'all all here to witness him giving over his rights. As I'm speaking, I see a court date. Somebody on here is facing a court date. You have a divorce that's getting ready to come up. You have a divorce that's getting ready to come up. You're about to finalize a transaction, and waiting for you is going to be that kingdom spouse. One of y'all, and go on say it in the comments, one of y'all are facing a divorce. You've been battling this divorce. It seems like it's been a year. You've been fighting over little things, and you finally said, "I'm done. Take what you need to take. Do what you need to do. I just want you to sign these papers. I'll pay for it. I'm done. Do what you got to do. I just want this to be done." A court date is there. I see 20. The number 20. I don't know if it's June 20th, July 20th, 20. One of y'all is facing a court date. And you're about to walk into something great. Something great is about to happen for one of y'all on here. One of these dates is floating around. I really see June 20th. June and July are similar to me, so I can't get it. But one of y'all are about to have a great victory in this. And when you finalize that, God is about to show you something amazing. A redeemer is about to come into your life, and your life is never about to be the same again. God has something special for somebody on here. Okay, here we go. Anyway, on here, it was the custom to hand off the shoe to claim somebody, right? So he handed off his shoe. He had a witness. Oh my God, there are going to be witnesses in here. This is going to be big. It's going to be some witnesses that's going to witness this, because make no mistake about it. There were witnesses showing that you did not want this worthy woman. You didn't want what God had for you. And in fact, you used and abused this woman. You made her insecure. You made her feel like she was not beautiful. You made her look at other women and look at their body types. You made her feel like her belly was disgusting. You made her feel like her stretch marks was ugly. You made her feel like her hair wasn't long enough. You made her feel like she was nothing. She wasn't good in bed. You made her feel like she wasn't a good mother. You made her feel scared to go places. You hit the wall over her head. You showed your behind. If showing up out was something, that's what you did. So don't sit around here and try to come back now that you see the grass wasn't greener over there. It is witnesses to what you have done to this woman, to how low you have brought this woman. There is a court of witnesses, and there are documentations of everything that you have done to this woman. There is documentations for everything that you have ever done to this woman. And baby, there are are about to be people that are rising up that's going to protect her to the end. And this man that is coming into her life is not going to play the record when it comes to her. Baby, she's going to sleep so good at night because she's not going to worry about you showing your monkey behind. She ain't got to worry. She's about to sleep in peace. Whoever you are, God is saying, worry no more. Worry no more. The big bad wolf ain't so big anymore. The big bad wolf can no longer hurt you anymore. He can't do anything to you anymore. God is sitting in a Boaz, and baby, he's ready to do what it do when it comes to you. He's ready to go to war when it comes to you. He made sure it is witnesses around to see that you did not want this woman no more. And baby, he's about to defend you to the end. You are about to encounter a real man. You are about to have a man in every sense of the word. And baby, he ain't gonna play when it comes to you. He's gonna protect you, baby. I don't know what you've been battling. I don't know what you're going through. I only got a little bit left in this book, but God told me, hold on, Lynn. You're missing something. You're missing the mark. You got to go speak to one of these people's souls because they've been crying. They've been crying. They've been toiling with something. They've been feeling like they're not nothing. They've been feeling insignificant. They've been feeling like God forgot about me. And God said, God ain't never forgot about you. He says he's been with you. He's been delivering you. He's never left you, and he never will forsake you. He's never left you. And he's going to be with you in whatever storm you're facing, baby. And whenever court date you're facing, he says he's already gone before you and gave you favor. There are going to be witnesses to show up and show out on your behalf. See, even in this last day of this courtroom, they're about to try to show their behind. And God says they can do what they want to do. But baby, God said, I'm going to make it do what it do for you. Because they had their time, baby. And time's up. Time's up. Your healing is now. Your blessings are now. Cry no more tears unless it's tears of joy. God says, be in preparation mode. I need you to do this homework for me. And the homework that I need you to do for me is to heal yourself, because your Redeemer is coming to stake claims on you. And I don't care who you call yourself dating right now. All that's about to cease and desist, because a real man is about to come knocking at your door, baby. A real man is about to find you, claim you, redeem you, provide for you, protect you, and love you like never before. You are about to witness one of the greatest love stories of your life. Understand me. God is about to show up and show out for you. I know you haven't had a real love. You had a little bit of love here, and there that you thought was love, but it really isn't love, because you really didn't love yourself the way you did. Had you loved yourself the way you needed to love yourself, you wouldn't have went down the paths that you went down. But everything has a reason. And you're about to see why all of this had to happen. And you're about to feel this love. I'm talking about, baby, you're going to love this man. You're going to wake up cooking and cleaning and having this house. These kids go get in line. This man go come home to a home cooked meal. Maybe he gonna have some slow jams playing. Baby, you gonna have the best negligee you gonna have on. You can't wait for him to come home. Baby, you gonna be like one of them Stepford housewives. You gonna be ready for him to come in this house, because he gonna make this house feel like love. It's gonna be something out of a movie. And it just reminds me of them talking about the Cinderella, with my name being Cinderella. Baby, you about to love this man. You about to love this man. Ain't even finna, listen, I can't even get this out. You are about to have a true love story. Come on. Let me finish this up. Because I took a lot of y'all time up tonight. So I'm going to finish this out. So Boaz took Ruth, and she became his wife. And he went in her, and the Lord gave her conception, and she bore a son. Then the woman said to Naomi, "Blessed be the Lord, who has not left you this day without a redeemer. And may his name be now renowned in Israel. He shall be a restorer of life and a nurturer of your old age. For your daughter-in-law, who loves you, who is more than you, 7 sons have given birth to him." Then Naomi took the child and laid him in her lap and became his nurse. And the woman of the neighborhood gave him a name, saying, "A son has been born to Naomi. The name of him is Obed, and he was the father of Jesse, the father of David." Here's the genealogy of David. Now these are the genealogy. No, I'm done. I'm not even going to go there. Because that was enough. I can't. I can't. I don't even know where to go. He loved her so much. He loved her so much. When you look at this, and I know we want to go to Proverbs and be a Proverbs 31 wife, but in order to be that, you got to have obedience. You got to have an inclined ear to wisdom. You got to have faithfulness. Oh, you want me to go there? Okay. Now, these are the genealogies of Perez. Perez fathered Herizon. I can't say the name. Fathered Ram. Ram fathered I can't say these names, y'all, so I can't go there. I gotta study these names better because I ain't finna take y'all there. All along, it just said Boaz fathered Obed. Obed fathered Jesse, and Jesse fathered David. And we know who David is. King David, the warrior, the slayer of Goliath. All of these are great names birthed out of obedience of Ruth, who understood the assignment of Naomi. Naomi understood the assignment of telling her what to do. All of this takes place with obedience and not being afraid. Let me put this down. Not being afraid of going forward. We have options of going back. We have plenty of options of going back. But we've been back. We know what back holds. We know what that ex holds. We know what that person that really don't love you, who's saying that he loves you just to hold on to you or just to lay with you because he knows that you want to hear good things and he knows that you really don't love yourself the way you need to be loved. So he's going to lay with you because he knows that you want to be laid with. But a real man, understand this, he never laid with her until he was her husband. He never slept with her until he was her husband. He provided for her. He protected her. He did all of these things for her before he was her husband. He did all of this before he laid with her. He knew that she was going to be his wife from the day he saw her. He protected her to no avail. Not no avail, but he protected her to no end when it came to her in the beginning. He saw her. He who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. He knew everything that he needed to do. He understood the assignment. And in the words of my late stepfather, a man knows that he's a man. You never have to tell a man that he's a man. And my stepfather used to say, stay away from men who say, let me be a man. Because a man knows that he's a man. A man, when he walks in a room, doesn't have to say, I'm here, I'm the man for a job. My stepfather says a man knows who he is in stature. A man is just that. A man knows that he's a man. You don't have to instruct a man on how to provide for you. You don't have to instruct a man on how to protect you. You don't have to instruct a man on how to love you. Those are the words of my stepfather. He said, Lindaria, find you a man that's just like me. How I came into your mother's life. I provided for her. I protected her. And I got her a house and put her in it. Took you guys from the hood to the suburbs. I knew that I was going to love your mother. I knew that I was going to marry your mother. I knew this before I met your mother. The second I laid eyes on your mother, I knew that I would love her forever. A man knows his wife. And you ain't really even got to do the whole dating stage. A man knows that he's your husband. And it goes back to my kid's father. He said, the day I met him, I thought he was crazy. He said, you're going to be my wife one day. I'm like, boy, bye. I was 23. Boy, bye. I ran, and I rebelled, and he's like, I got patience. He said, you're going to be a pastor's wife, because I'm going to be a pastor, and you're going to be my wife. Boy, you gone crazy. I don't want to be nobody's wife. I never want to be nobody's wife. I never want to be a mother. I never want to be nobody's wife, and I doggone didn't want to be no pastor or no pastor's wife. A man will stake claim to you. A man will stake claim to you. He knows who you are. He knows who you are. And he's going to love you. You can't sleep? Why?
If I'm not going to sleep, if Dr. G's, like, my classmate's crying.
Your classmate crying? I'll pray for him tonight, okay? He'll be okay. You're going to see him tomorrow.
Okay.
Give me kisses. Night-night. Okay.
And my eyes a little bit cleared.
Okay, baby. So listen. A man is going to know who you are. And he's going to love you. And he's going to love you. He's going to provide before he lays with you. Thank you. He's going to provide before he lays with you. He's going to have a plan about what he's going to do for you. And he might not tell you the plan, but baby, he's planning. And he's going to provide for you. And he's going to make sure no one ever in this earth will touch you. He's going to make sure you're protected. And he ain't going to play about you. One thing I want to say about my kid's father, you ain't going to put your hands on me. You're not going to yell at me. You're not going to show your behind. A man knows that he's a man. These are the things that God has instilled in a man. These are the things that he has instilled for you. So don't worry about all of that other stuff. God says that your husband knows who you are. And God says he's on this journey called life, and he's about to be knocking on your door. So don't settle for safe. Don't settle for safe, because God says the second you settle is the second that you go back and be Orpha and not Ruth. Dare to say, God, I'm going to go to the unfamiliar. I'm going to go into the unknown. I'm going to open my ears to the wise, to the words of the wisdoms that I'm hearing. And I'm going to follow you, because I know if I follow you, if all bets are on you, God, then I'm good. I trust you. You're my provider. You're my way maker. Don't settle for safe. As a matter of fact, before I get off of this, because I'm about to close, I need you guys to type in the comments, I will not settle for safe, as a declaration. Let God know that you will not settle for safe, because you have greater on the horizon. That divorce is coming with witnesses. He can no longer hurt you. The big bad wolf can no longer hurt you. You're about to walk in one of the greatest seasons of your life. You are about to have one of the greatest love stories of your life. You are about to love a man like you've never loved a man before. God is about to do it concerning you. You will not settle for safe. You will not settle for safe. You will not settle. You will not settle.
I still can't go to sleep.
You will not settle for safe. Safety is in God's arms. You are safe in God's arms, and he's about to show up and show your husband who you are. I will not settle for safe. You are worthy. God is going to show you just how worthy and how valuable you are. God is going to show you the queen that you are. Matter of fact, go and type in the comments that I am a queen. I am worthy. We are going to say all of these things. We are going to say all of these things because you are worthy. You are a queen, and your husband is about to find you. I, Lendaria Watts, am worthy. I, Lendaria Watts, am a queen. I am a queen. I am worthy. You are. You are. And since you've written it out, you have spoken your faith, and God is about to show you just how worthy you are and how much of a queen you are, because that is who you are. You are worthy. You are loved. You are valued. You are everything that a man can ask for. You are his knight in shining armor, because that's who he is to you. You are his everything. You are his joy in the morning. You are his sunshine. You are his everything. When he goes to work, he's looking at the time clock because he's like, I got to get home. My wife is waiting. And when I get there, I know she's going to love me. I will not settle for safe. I will not settle for safe. I am worthy. I am a queen. I love you guys. If I blessed you, you know that my Cash App is in the bio. Do what you need to do. I ask nothing other than you to know your value. You to know who you are as a woman, as a queen, as a beautiful woman of God, as a beautiful, valuable woman of God. I am not going to let you settle for safe. I am not going to let you go away or walk away from this life not knowing that you are a queen, not knowing that you are worthy. Everything that the man have put on you in your lifetime telling you that you are nothing, I cancel that in the name of Jesus. I bind all of those old words up. I bind all of that toxicness. I bind it up in the name of Jesus, and I cast it back to the pits of hell where it came from. You are walking into one of the greatest seasons of your lives. I love you guys. I speak healing. I speak peace. I speak blessings. I speak favor. I speak anointing over your lives. I leave with you guys my peace. Peace is in the building right now with us. Peace is here. I leave my peace with you guys. May you have peace that surpasses all understanding. Remember who you are. Remember whose you are. Remember that you are loved, that you are valued, that you are everything that a man can ask for. And you are about to walk into your kingdom marriage. You don't have to read Ruth anymore. I read it for you. Just know that you are loved. Say bye, Mari.
Bye-bye.